Welcome to session number 9 of OAuth with Access Manager. In this session, we are going to talk about the another grant, OAuth grant, which is called the Client Credential Flow. Client Credential Flow is basically used by the client application, which is also the resource owner, and they want to try to access their own resources. So the client application is also the resource owner. In this case, you need not to provide any other information to the authorization server other than client ID and the client secret. So to know more about the client credential flow, you can go to the documentation and check the client credential grant here, and it gives the detailed image and how the request flows and all everything you can see here. Now we will go and explore how we can use the tool Let's OAuth Client to use client credential flow. So for that you need to basically go to the dashboard here and select the client credential code flow. If you click on this the form will come, and the grant type in this case is the client credential. It is already populated, so you need not to change anything here. Give the client ID and the client secret and the resource server which you are looking for, and also the scope. So the one thing is that in this client credential flow, you will see there is no user involved. If there is no user involved, there is no point of anything like saving the consent and all will come in picture. Okay. If you see what we are exactly doing here, we are populating this particular information and just posting to the token endpoint. The token endpoint takes this information, gets the value of the grant type, and sees that okay, the grant type is the client credential. It means it is a client credential flow. So let's go ahead and press on the button send. It says unauthorized client. This grant is not supported by authorization server. Okay, so this is an issue. So what we can do, we can go to Access Manager, admin console, and verify about it. Go to the client application, and you can see we have not selected the client credential. So let's go and select the client credential, modify client, make sure modify client not okay, modify client, okay, and update. Okay, IDP has the information now. Go here, go back, the same form again, the value, and click on the send, and you will get an access token. Now this access token is going to be little bit different from the other access token. We'll see about it. Go to the user info endpoint and try to fetch this information of the token info. So you can see it doesn't show any scope, although we have provided a scope, but it doesn't show any scope here. It also, if we do the user info, it is not giving any user info. Okay. Token and the user info, there is no user info is returned. So because there is no user associated with this particular flow. So if you capture this particular request using F12, you can see it makes a request called post, and that post goes to the user info endpoint and it returns 400, that it does not have this information. So We can check the log with respect to this particular flow. I'll go here and IDP server, go to the catalina.out, and what we're going to do, we'll just remove this log, and first I'm going to get a token back and get the token and see what log we can see here. Okay, so you can see there is a request here. It came and it is doing something and it just issues the token. Okay. If we want to see what happens when we access um, user info, user this token, so and click on the user info, you can see user info has returned 400. See what we can see in the log. Okay, so we will see basically a request came to the user info endpoint, and then it has checked the token, it verified the token, it is happy with the token, it verifies the signature on the token, and then it says that user information is not available for this token client credential. So this is the end of this session. I still need to figure out what session I'm going to take next. Um, I'll let you know. Thank you.